Good evening, everyone. Tonight we're going on a journey, not to distant lands we can only dream about, but to a country that sits at an extraordinary crossroads of nature, culture, and geography, Ecuador. Picture a place where the Pacific breeze brushes against Andean peaks, where the Amazon hums with life, and where islands near the equator have inspired scientists and adventurers for generations. By the end of our time together, you'll see why Ecuador isn't just a destination. It's a mind-expanding doorway into some of the planet's most astonishing corners. Let's start with a map in your mind. Ecuador is tiny in size but enormous in variety. It contains 4 major ecoregions: the sunlit Pacific coast, the towering Andes, the dense Amazon rainforest, and the otherworldly Galápagos Islands. Within a relatively compact country, you can ride from a humid rainforest floor to icy highland towns, and then ferry out to sun-drenched volcanic islands. It's a geography lesson in one passport stamp. And because of this incredible mosaic of habitats, Ecuador is one of the world's mega-diverse countries. Biodiversity here is a treasure chest: plants, birds, insects, mammals, many of them found nowhere else on Earth. It's a reminder that size isn't everything when it comes to nature's richness. Then there are the Galápagos Islands, an archipelago that reads like a biology textbook come alive. Endemic species here, giant tortoises, marine iguanas, flightless cormorants, blue-footed boobies, exist without parallel elsewhere. It's no exaggeration to say these islands helped spark a revolution in how we think about evolution. And these islands aren't just beautiful, they're protected. The Galápagos National Park and the Galápagos Marine Reserve defend both land and sea. It's a global example of conservation in action, balancing human curiosity with the need to preserve fragile ecosystems. A practical fact you'll notice as you travel. Since 2000, Ecuador has used the US dollar. It's a unique economic footprint, simplifying many trade and travel experiences, while also shaping monetary policy in a country that's negotiating growth, development, and conservation. Now imagine a capital city perched high above sea level. Quito sits around 2,850 meters up, making it one of the highest capital cities in the world. Living here means crisp air, and at times, sunrise with a pink horizon that makes you pause and take a breath. The heart of Quito's Old Town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, celebrated for its well-preserved colonial plazas, churches, and a palpable sense of history stitched into every street corner. Walking here, you feel layers of time underfoot. And yes, the equator runs through Ecuador. The famous Mitad del Mundo monument near Quito marks 0 degrees latitude, inviting you to straddle hemispheres with a single step or even a splash in a line of water that decides which way the funnel spins. Speaking of the Earth's shape, Ecuador hosts Chimborazo, whose summit, while not the tallest above sea level, reaches farther from the planet's center than Everest because of the equatorial bulge. It's a planetary perspective you don't forget. The Andes here are studded with volcanic giants along what locals call the Avenue of the Volcanoes, Cotopaxi, Tungurahua, El Reventador, and Chimborazo among them. It's not just scenery, it's a living record of Earth's dynamic interior. On a different note, the Otavalo market is a living showcase of indigenous crafts, textiles, fabrics, tapestries, and art steeped in tradition. It's vibrant, bargaining-friendly, and a cultural immersion you won't forget. Cuenca, a city of stone churches and winding rivers, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, celebrated for its beauty and its role as a living bridge between past and present in Ecuadorian life. Ecuador's cacao is, world-renowned. Ariba national cacao varieties yield these fine flavors that chocolate makers really prize, linking farmers in the Amazonian and coastal regions to global delight in chocolate. Beyond cacao, Ecuador's Andean highlands produce distinctive Arabica coffee, praised for its bright acidity and nuanced flavors. For coffee lovers, honestly, a cup here can be a revelation. While Spanish is the lingua franca, Ecuador recognizes 14 indigenous languages including Quechua. The country's languages carry centuries of story, poetry, and knowledge about land, farming, and community. In the Amazon, Yasuni National Park stands as a biodiversity beacon. It's home to a staggering array of life: plants, birds, mammals, and insects, and a symbol of why biodiversity matters to science, climate, and culture. The Galápagos aren't just about tortoises, they're about the whole cast of island life. Darwin's finches, blue-footed boobies, Galápagos penguins, and more. Each species tells a story of adaptation and survival in a unique island world. Economically, Ecuador is a leading banana exporter, a major agricultural player whose crops feed markets worldwide. It's a reminder that a country's environmental richness and its farms often walk hand in hand on the world stage. Guayaquil is the country's largest city and most important port. The Malecon 2000 waterfront development is a symbol of urban renewal. Green spaces, museums, and river views that connect people to the city's riverine life. And then there's Laguna Quilotoa, a vivid crater lake in the high Andes surrounded by dramatic cliffs and color. It's a place of awe, hiking trails, and quiet reflection, where geology and beauty meet in one spectacular scene. These 20 facts only scratch the surface of what Ecuador offers. It's a country where you can walk in a city that feels ancient, stand on the equator, walk among condors in the cloud, and end the day listening to waves crash against volcanic shores. If you're chasing diversity, wonder, and a deeper connection to nature and culture, Ecuador is a passport to a life-changing experience. Thank you for traveling with me in imagination tonight, and if you ever get the chance, take that journey in person.